everyone, it's here. We never thought the day would come, but it has. After what seems like ages, Warzone finally has a pump-action shotgun that is capable of one-shotting at full plates. That's right, you guys thought I was just gonna let it slide, that I wasn't gonna cover it or just talk about Vanguard, but nope, I'm on Warzone again, and Vanguard of course, but Warzone has so much going on right now that I am all over it. Recently, Vanguard guns got introduced into Warzone with the new map update for Caldera. The map itself is very pretty and bright and colorful, but it isn't the most easy of maps to traverse. There's lots of hills, lots of open areas, and it's a bit hard to get used to if you're coming from Verdansk, which we all are, but it's nice and I'm having fun. But more specifically, I'm having fun with this overwhelming amount of content for shotguns because, as you know, Vanguard has so many different attachments from mags to barrels, ammo types, grips, yada yada, and I have to go through and try them all out and get testing for each of them and find the meta builds and all that kind of stuff, which may sound easy, but it takes a lot of work to go into Plunder and shoot at a body over and over until they die. That being said, instead of going over all of the shotguns for now, I just want to cover the big issue here, the big important thing, which is that the newest pump action shotgun of Warzone is amazing. The combat shotgun, of course, and oh boy, it is a monster. I mean, the base gun and all. If you want to know what the best pump is now, it's this one. The base gun is really already just the best in my opinion, and we have so many attachments to use, it's just, my god, it's a lot of stuff to take in, but fear not, we'll get through it together and find out what's going on with it. Now, I did get to play Caldera on the 8th. I think when everyone who has Vanguard was able to play Caldera, that's the day. And the guns were not actually in there as what the devs called their 1.0 balance state. The guns were all over the place and balancing was kind of nuts. And that went for the shotguns as well. And if you got to play with some of the pre-Caldera 1.0 shotguns, it was intense. We're talking max damage range of 7 meters for the combat shotgun, 2-shot kills of 13 meters for the Einhorn revolving shotgun. It was insane. But now, after the initial overhaul to the Vanguard guns, they are all in line with where they should be, at least more than they were. Today, though, I just want to talk about the combat shotgun and show off the one-shot ability it has, because I still have a lot to test for every single shotgun. But let's go ahead and talk some basic stats for it. Now, the base gun has a max damage range of about 3.8 meters, and a 2-shot range of about 5.7. Anyone who's watched my channel knows that the other pumps only go up to about 3.3 and 5 meters respectively, so the combat already has a big advantage with range. That's actually a pretty big discrepancy. The fire rate is closer to the Howard's in the Model 680, so it's not the slowest pump, but it's still a pump, so it's going to be, shooting really slow. I haven't measured it exactly yet, but if I kind of had to guesstimate, the rate of fire is probably around like that 80 rounds per minute type of area, which if you go into time to kill and all that, it's going to have like a really slow time to kill, at least 800 milliseconds, but as you know, it's not all about time to kill with these guns. Also, this doesn't matter when you also have the ability to one-tap someone when your time to kill is 0. So without going into all the attachments like it's a full-blown guide, let's just talk about this setup in particular. Some of you probably already know about this, but if you use Buck and Slug, you basically unlock the gun's one-shot kill potential along with slugs, but that's a topic for another video. But Buck and Slug has a base one-shot kill range. Again, yes, this is a shotgun with a one-shot kill range of about 3.8 meters, which is the same as the base gun. If you hit your slug and some pellets hit the target, you will absolutely 100% be getting a one-shot kill in this range. If you aim down sights and hit, it's almost always one, even when you hit the toes. I mean, it just deals an enormous amount of damage. I will say it is a bit inconsistent if you are hip firing, mostly because that slug is going all random in the spread of the 4 pellets, which, if you didn't know, Buck and Slug takes 4 pellets away, so you effectively have 4 buckshot pellets, which is half the normal, and 1 slug on top of that. But like I said, it can be inconsistent, but if that slug hits most of the time, it's gonna be a one-shot kill in that range. That's really all you need to get that one-shot potential is Buck and Slug. The big downside to it is the aim down sights time is massively reduced, which makes it hard for people like me who like to sort of quick scope the gun before I shoot, which is something I've done since like Black Ops 2, but I don't really mind the trade-off. I think it's kind of fair. But we can do better than just Buck and Slug. If we take a look at the barrels, we have 2 that supposedly deal more damage, and I can confirm that it does in fact look like the 2 barrels increase damage very slightly. I have a hunch that they basically just increase the body multipliers, and both the first barrel and the popular sawed-off barrel do about the same amount from what I can tell. It isn't really noticeable in the max damage range, but it is noticeable once you hit the ranges after. By the way, if you're curious, no set of attachments with buckshot alone with these barrels will get you a one-shot kill. So far, it's only slugs and buck and slug from what I can tell, but I have more to look at. But one other attachment that actually seems to increase damage is the 12 gauge ammo type for the combat shotgun specifically. It doesn't say that it does, but it looks like in addition to adding range, it gives you a slight boost to damage as well. It doesn't seem to be as much as the sawed-off just based off of where it takes my health down to, but also I want to say that the 2 damage barrels and the 12 gauge ammo, they all give you damage and range. The sawed-off and the chariot barrel, which is the other damage barrel, take your max damage range up to about 4.2 meters, so they are nice barrels to use. With the 12 gauge ammo, a damage barrel, and buck and slug ammo, you can take your max one-shot potential up to 5 meters with body shots. 5 meters for a one-shot kill. This is the same as the base Model 680's 2-shot kill range with no ranged attachments. I mean, what the hell is that? That's kind of nuts. But we got it finally. We have a one-shot kill shotgun that isn't just some clickbait title used by big streamers. It does legitimately one-shot kill fully plated enemies. It's awesome, but it is a bit inconsistent, so try to aim and be a bit more methodical about it, or just expect it to take 2 shots to kill at least. As far as the gun build that I run, I think that the sawed-off barrel, 12 gauge ammo, and buck and slug are the big ones to run. I used all the grips to help with sprint to fire speed, and for the stock, I use either the second one, which helps movement speed and sprint to fire speed, or the third one, which just really helps aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, but it's up to you. Most people probably prefer that second one and just hip firing all the time. If you're curious about which barrel to run, either is fine, but I like that the sawed-off barrel helps movement speed as well. And really, I don't have too much else to say about it currently. I didn't want to give you guys any basic overview of all the shotguns yet. I will do that soon, but I just wanted to let you guys know, this is the big PSA, is that yes, if you want a one-shot kill shotgun, we have it. We finally have it. So get your hands on it now before it gets nerfed. It might get nerfed, who knows? And that kind of brings me to my next point though, is it overpowered? And really, it's still too early to say. I don't think a lot of people have really caught on to it yet. It is possible. I've seen clips of it, but it's just, even if it's 5 meters, it just doesn't really seem like it's that strong compared to all these other guns that are seemingly crazy with their time to kills, and Caldera isn't really the most friendly shotgun place. Now, once Rebirth comes back, I have a feeling we're gonna see this gun quite a bit, and that's probably when people are gonna start complaining about it. Is it strong? Absolutely. Is it overpowered? I can't really say that yet. I want to say that it's very strong, but I can't give you my idea of that yet. I think in comparison to the other ones, it absolutely dominates the other pump actions and even some of the other just plain out spammy shotguns, which is kind of insane, so it might need some tuning. But holy crap, go use this if you haven't. Take advantage of it while you can and enjoy it. This is probably what you've been waiting for if you've been watching my channel, waiting for that one-shot kill shotgun. So here you go, guys. If you don't have Vanguard, this is definitely a good motivation to go and buy it. They're sneaky, man. They just kind of throw that in there and then they make you want to buy it with the new Call of Duty because all the guns are so good. Same thing that happened with Cold War with the mobility and how all guns were so good. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you think of this setup. Let me know what other shotgun you think is really good from Vanguard. I haven't really got to mess with too much of the other ones yet, but I'm getting to that. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.